Recording in progress.
Alrighty then, we can start back up.
Okay.
Okay, so we're on advertising now.
Yeah.
All right, so what do y'all think on advertising?
We do
So
our advertising in-house.
that's still printing materials and everything though, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm assuming like printing materials is coming out of office supplies already. And paper.
Ink.
I don't know what we would use the advertising budget for, unless it's like for like
Paying advertising.
websites and whatnot, like adding our library to it and all that.
Yeah, I mean, I would say the best advertising is generally like social media and
Right.
Uh-huh.
getting the word out there via social media. And unless you pay for those, which you can,
Yeah.
and when you do, it's pretty cheap.
It's like
Right.
10 cents,
think
15 cents on Facebook.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
let's cut
I
that in
think
half
that's-
or more.
I think half is good, at least until we get an idea of what everything else is.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Because the only one I can think of is like paying for Canva Premium, but even that's not expensive at all.
a lot of times nonprofits like libraries can get it for free.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
I mean,
And
I don't
would-
know if that's
and
the
even if we
case
did
here.
pay for it, I would say that's a subscription, so it's in another line item anyway.
Yeah.
Are we doing every other one orange?
No,
I've been kind of wondering.
it's like the things that we've decided that, yeah, that's not too important. Yeah, that's not too
Oh, I
important.
see.
Okay. Okay, so the orange ones are the ones that we are set, that's changed, and the white ones are, let's go back and look at those later.
Yeah, the ones that have been left white so far are the ones where we were like, those are kind of important. Let's leave them be until we see what everything else is.
Okay.
Okay. Printing and binding, what do y'all think?
That should, I mean, I would think that would be left as it is. That's kind of a main thing. You know, again, it kind of goes with the repair. No, sorry, with
Is
the,
Do libraries print and bind their own books?
That's what I was wondering too.
some
I
do.
don't know that.
Like they repair
Working
some
budget.
books, like have binding issues and whatnot. I don't exactly know what the printing part of it is though.
Would that be like are we a public library and we do that as an like regular public library? Or is that more for like special collections?
I think that's more specialized.
So maybe we don't have a special collections department or I don't know.
Mm,
I mean, if they've been putting $2,100 into it,
Or
So
maybe
it
they're
must be
using
something
it.
that people
with-
utilize. Yeah.
yeah.
As opposed to maintenance, which only needs 300.
We may be able to cut it like to 1,500.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Somebody help me
Um,
math.
sounds
Still
of money.
The difference
keeping
is
a good
600?
chunk of the budget. Because obviously it's in use, but you may be dialing back a bit on it.
Somebody should definitely be checking my math because it is not my forte.
Oh, is it not doing a running total?
Oh, it is. It is at the bottom there. But as far as like current annual amount, proposed annual amount, and difference, I'm like,
Oh,
Mm.
okay.
I guess I could make that I can do that.
I mean, it looks good. I don't see any
Yeah.
issues.
Alright, rentals, equipment and supplies, what do y'all think?
I mean, $100 is pretty. It's nothing. I don't know what that is even
I
for.
don't think we need to cut that.
Chairs? Yeah,
Yeah, it's already small enough. I don't know
it won't
what
make a
we'd
huge
be able to
difference.
do with that if we cut it any.
Yeah.
Port Joseph is on the floor, did not play against Spurs on Friday. Just
Okay, so we'll
Um,
keep the rentals as is. Cause it's a minimal budget already.
Yeah.
Right.
Annual awards.
I think we should cut that for the most part, because if we need to make cuts, awards are not a priority. Like you're just
Let's
focusing on
do,
what you can offer.
yeah.
I don't even understand what you would buy. Like
For that much.
physical award or I
Let's
would
do it
say
about
that
1,500.
I
What do
would
y'all think?
I would leave it at 800. That's weird.
Let's just, how about like 1,000 just so it's even, honestly? Like an even 1,000.
Is somebody keeping up? I'm still like going back and fixing things.
Oh.
Sorry. I'm trying to
Mm.
listen and type at the same time.
Okay. Memberships and subscriptions. I
That
think
seems
we
very
leave as
important.
is.
Yeah.
Leave it as it is.
Yeah.
Could I know I just like a question just because for the annual awards, could that be maybe the library does like a scholarly reward, like giving to students? Could that be what it is?
It could
Because
be.
Like, but are we a school library?
because
It could be also like,
I feel like that money
at
should
my
be
public library, they do like a summer reading program. And the kids, and for kids, then they get awards depending on the amount of books they read.
yeah.
It's just to encourage them to read more. Could be stuff like that.
We do that too, but $3,800 is a lot. Like we give away a Kindle, a couple of Kindles, and then depending on maybe a couple of gift cards, but we also get a lot of that stuff donated.
Mhm.
Like
Oh,
we
I
ask
can understand.
organizations, can you give us like a few, $20 gift cards, like Whataburger and stuff, and they will with like free swag.
Yeah.
I'll put that in the justification.
Okay.
This fall, heading back to the locker room. And Chris Haynes is back there to find out why. To have more as soon as it's available.
Sorry, are we on training and professional development?
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess I don't want to cut that one too much, but I think we can cut it a little bit.
I would cut that one a lot.
I guess it depends on what kind of training and professional development they're talking about. If they're taking people on a ski retreat for some reason,
Right.
is
Which
one
is
thing, as
not
opposed
happening
to
at all.
if they're getting in-house diversity and equity training, that's completely different.
Right. I'm kind of thinking like, if you get all full-time employees, like an ALA membership and here we have the OLA, Oklahoma Library Association. You pay for that, and then you pay for like what do you call it? Like a conference once a year or something like that, maybe a hotel stay. I mean, I feel like those are always beneficial as far as, continuing education kind of thing.
And we also have to think on that when you hire a new employee, you have to train them. And that is
Oh,
something
yes, that too.
in the hiring
Yeah.
process and stuff like that. So I think that ties into that.
But I feel
Yeah.
like that wouldn't tie into that because when you hire a new employee, like that, when you're training, that's their salary. So that's already included at the bottom.
Yeah.
So we don't pay for additional training and professional development. Like all of that happens on the clock. So they're already getting paid. That's already their salary or hourly pay is already allocated for.
Maybe it's to like open up the computer training modules and stuff like that. I guess you have to pay somebody to program those to let somebody in.
We develop those in-house too.
And then like once a year, everybody has to do like, training for like sexual harassment, what to do if there's a tornado, active shooter program, stuff like that. So we have to like obviously pay somebody to provide that because we can't really provide that in-house. It has to be certified training, you know, or certified
Is
program.
that a paid service though?
I don't think it is. I think it would be under training and professional development.
Well, like, I guess what I'm asking is, so for example, we are a Bexar County Public Library here in San Antonio. So like we have county services that offer that. So we get those trainings, but we don't have to pay for them because that's specifically what they do for all of the, other county departments. I guess it really would depend like where our library is located.
And yeah, it depends on like the state, the county,
Right.
the city and whatnot, depending if they want to cover it, or it's like, hey, this is your employees, your responsibility, you pay for it.
Right.
Just to kind of put it out there, we're almost done, going through it the first time. We currently have 18.3 and we need to cut roughly about 25. 24, 25. So I mean that's like 7,000 more that we need to cut.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of giving you guys a
Okay, for like, obviously we can't cut the telephone service, so we can already put that for 0.
Yeah, and we had already mentioned cutting special events by a lot.
Right.
Yeah, and contractual services, it sounds like we kind of need those. Most of the contracts we sign are for
Yeah.
DMCA and I guess Amazon, whatever other contracts people usually do.
So we don't want
So
to
we're
cut
not-
those.
So we're not cutting contractual services.
I
No.
would say no.
And miscellaneous expenditures, I don't think we have to cut at all because it's pretty small anyways. And we never know when we may need it.
Yeah, that could be the toilet paper.
Mhm.
Okay, so the ones we pretty much need to cut, can and need to cut, or is special events and training and professional. I think we can keep the training at 10,000.
Mhm.
And
Sure.
then the rest of what we need to cut, we can cut from special events.
Let's see, that's about 5,000 question mark.
Less
24
because we had to cut 24,599.
Spices makes your foods more flavorful. And you can add it, maybe you can make a little more tangy with delicious taste. These packets, you get a piece of it,
Did I do it right? It says that we need to cut 2856, 2,856. No, I did that wrong. How much? We need to cut 24.
2856.
Right?
24.6.
Yeah.
Channel 525. Or on DirecTV on demand. Mike Brown appears down 12 in the game. The driver's seat in the mid-season tournament. Warriors can advance for the win if they win by 12 or more. And they're up 12 currently, second out. If they lose, they lose by 11 points.
All right.
Seven. All right. So how does it look to everybody?
Really close.
I know.
Exact, almost exact.
40 cents off. Woohoo.
All right. So
Yeah. The only thing we missed justification on is book lease and periodicals.
and library books.
Oh, yeah, library books too.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys wanna knock off
I'm doing
Okay.
library books.
24/6? Yeah. Do we want to knock off 40 cents off of library books?
$1 because we're crazy. My God. I mean, wouldn't the justification be pretty similar for both? Like these are kind of really high priority
Important
items.
aspect of a library's
They're core to the collection.
important aspect of the library.
Periodical. Did we ever decide what that was like? I assume that's like magazines and stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah, magazines,
I know
ebooks,
that's what
audiobooks.
periodicals are, but
Yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
Warriors Eve.
I don't know about you guys, but at our library, I mean, ebooks and those kind of things are like the reason that some people have a library book, but some people have a library card at all. So,
Mhm.
I would say it's a pretty high priority
Agreed.
thing.
For the vengeance here tonight. He's now gone 2 threes. Sounds like you'll have a fun vacation. Amazing. Even the lovers, wow.
So are we just going to say that that we're not touching the staffing?
Because
Yeah,
we don't really have control over that.
Yeah, because staffing is really needed for the running of a library. For short staff, we can't effectively tend to the needs of the patrons and the running of the library, plain and simple.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it said in the lecture, you can't move salary money around, even though it's the biggest portion, because you have to go up into management, into the city itself for that.
Oh yeah. It's really hard.
Sorry, I'm changing the formatting. Feel free to go back and fix it. Was unintentional. I don't think that did what I wanted it to.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Did it
who wants to take this and streamline it and actually turn it in?
I think Kyla, since you're the one that's working on like the formatting and you're on the sheets and all that, so I think you should turn that in, and I'll turn in the this meeting.
I can turn that in. It's fine.
Okay.
Really confused what it did though. Oh,
All right,
okay.
go ahead and
Yep.
stop the recording since we pretty much discussed everything.
Yeah, sorry, I'm
Okay.
just babbling.